Hi you guys, I am back today with a video that I did not plan on doing, but I was actually really inspired to do this video because one of my friends did a video kind of like this, and then I was like, I want to be like my friend, so here I am. So the video I'm doing today is kind of obscure, but I am going to be showing you guys my primers, setting sprays, that kind of stuff. It's my collection of them, I suppose you would call it that, and I have quite a few. Admittedly, there's some things in here that I have not even tried, so don't judge me, please. I want to get to it. I was just having a lot of problems with my skin and my allergens, so I wasn't sure what was gonna, like, pan out in the long run, but we're just gonna talk about what I've got sitting here. So, first things first is, like, my very favorite, and you're gonna know it's my very favorite because I'm gonna pull out a few of these, and I have a few of them because when they go on sale, I'm obsessive and I have to have it. Like, I think I paid around $7 for each of these or something like that, maybe even less actually. And so for me, I was like, no, I will have it. I will have a few of it because I'd rather have too much than not enough. And that is the MAC Fix Plus. This is like their, I don't even know what they consider, it's Prep and Prime, but it's like a finishing mist. It's like a skin refresher. It's like all things good for your face. For me, foundations that I think look like trash, once I spritz this on my face, I feel so much better about the way everything kind of comes together. It's my fix-all. So like when everything goes to shit on my skin, this is what I spritz on and then I roll through my day because it like saves it somehow. I don't know what it does. I don't know what kind of voodoo witch magic is in this, but I'm for it all day. And it smells really good. It smells kind of like, hang on. It smells kind of like fresh, slightly floral, maybe a little citrusy. It's really good. I like it a lot. So I have not one, not two, but three of these bottles. Now this is a different fragrance. This one is, I think, like a Japanese cherry blossom. Yeah, it's cherry blossom. And it's the exact same thing, just in a different scent. This is more soft, more floral. I like it. It's nice, and I like the package. I think it's really cute. Don't judge me. I'm kind of a package person in all reality. And I've got to say the mister on this it's good, but it does occasionally get clogged up. Now, in the ones that I have right now, I've not had it clog up once, but I know there was one. There's another one. It was like an SPF one, and I really wish they would re-release that because I would like to have an SPF one that I could just spritz on at the end. So I don't know what happened with that. I think they were having that clogged up a bit, but if they release it, your girl's gonna add that to her collection of MAC Fix Plus because I'm like a dragon. I have to hoard all of them. And moving on to the next thing I have. So this is a new bottle. I know I've got another bottle somewhere else, but this is the Morphe Continuous Continuous Setting Mist. And I love the way that this sprays onto your face. It is truly like a continuous setting mist. It's just like the perfect cloud to cover your face. I do think it does a pretty good job of setting your makeup, but it's not my favorite. I'll tell you my favorite when we get to it, but I can't remember what the smell of this is. It's been a hot second since I've used it, and this is my new one, so. This is nice, this is fresh, this is light. It's, I'm like, how can I describe this to you guys? It's not really floral. Maybe it's a hint floral, a hint citrusy, but it's not the same as Fix Plus. It's definitely not a gourmand kind of smell. There's no vanilla, there's nothing like that to it. Then I have the Jeffree Star version of it, I know, but it was like half off when I got it, so I was like, hey, how you doing? The strawberry scent is not bad, but it's kind of like a really artificial type of strawberry scent. Other than that, it does seem to work about the same, maybe slightly more moisturizing. But other than that, I don't see any difference to it. Wow, I have a problem. I have like multiples of like the same things. And then I have the mattifying version of this, which I think works really nicely, but it smells terrible. It smells like everything from my nightmares. Like if I could never use this again, I would be completely satisfied with that because it smells like... Okay, so back in the day there was Cucumber Melon, and they might have it again at Bath & Body Works. And this is like its arch nemesis. Like, it's cucumber, but it's like rotted, nasty, like... Ugh, musty. It's musty cucumber. That's the smell of it. I hate it, but I love the way it works. And I bought it, and I'm like, you know, probably about halfway through this can. So I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep using it towards the cause because that's what's really important at the end of the day. So it does work really nicely. Now the thing I'll say about this is this one absolutely clogs up. The rest of the other scents don't do it, but the mattifying one clogs, and then it kind of spritzes out into your face, and it's like a really bad it's like a bad time. We have trial sizes of this. This is my favorite setting spray. Like the Fix Plus is not really like a setting spray. It's like a finishing mist, whatever. But this, the Urban Decay, I think this is the all-nighter. Yeah, this is legit. Like if you spray this on your face, your makeup is going to last. It's going to be really good. It's not really a, it doesn't really make your skin look dewy or anything like that. So I do enjoy that. Not that I don't mind a nice like dewy mist, especially during the winter. But I would say for like weddings or important things, I don't really leave my house, even for that kind of stuff now. But before, I would always make sure I use this to set it. I have only the 2 trial sizes. Actually, I think I have one more. It was the honey one, but it's put up because I was originally allergic to honey, and so I was paranoid. I was like, ah. But in any case, I don't know if it actually has any honey or if it was just like a play on the name. But I do have these 2. And then now we're going to move into like primers. One that I don't have in this, but it's right here in front of me. Anyway, it's an eye primer. That is my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. And I do like this. I do want to get some different colors in it though. It's nice. My only thing is that it gets a little cakey on the eye. Just slightly, depending what you use. Like if you use your fingers, you don't really have that problem so much. But I don't like using my fingers because I was getting styes when I was doing that. Like I always wash my hands before I put on makeup, but I still was getting styes. So to me, it's just not worth it. I now use a brush and I try to always like spray my brush with rubbing alcohol, which is not really good for the brush, but that's better that than a stye. That's my opinion. So in any case, I do like this. It works really nicely as a base, but I'm gonna put that in the box. Another one that I have is the ABH, and this is in the box, but I've actually used it, so I don't know why it's in the box. And what is this? It's just called their eye primer, and it's white. I mean, it's just a plain white all over base for your eye. It works really nicely. I was just a little paranoid that I was going to have a reaction. The one time I used it, I didn't. I want to use it a little bit more, but I wanted to get through my paint pots because they were already open. I swear I had another eye primer, but I'm not seeing it in here. So now let's move to face primers. Technically, this is not a face primer. I don't even know why it's in here. This is the Drunk Elephant. I'm not sure why it's actually in here. It's like a sunscreen. So, okay, I guess we're going to count the sunscreens in this video as well. This is the Umber Tint Physical Daily Defense SPF 30. I actually really like this. I think it's nice. It doesn't smell, like, overtly terrible. And it has a little bit of tint, which I like. So maybe, like, on a beach day, this is something really nice you can do. Or for me, what I like to do is I have another one. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, so I do like this, but I like to actually mix it in with my foundation. Now, I know that that doesn't work like long term. This only lasts for like an hour or 2 hours. So if you want to continue to have sunscreen, you're going to need like a spray or whatever form you want to use after that. They have powders. I really want to try this one powder that they have, but I haven't gotten it yet. I used to have a Coola mist, but it burned. Like, it burned so bad. I was like, I can't even keep this. Like, why is... So I got rid of it, like, not even that long ago. And it smelled terrible. And then I do have the Tatcha one. This is the Silicone Pore Perfecting Sunscreen. And it's an SPF 35. This, I think, is really beautiful. It definitely has a really nice finish to the skin after you have everything on. So for me, I don't think it's bad, except for that it is $65, and that's ridiculous. I can't remember how much this one was. I know it was expensive, but it wasn't like this expensive. I think I got this in a kit or like a set or whatever, or never have purchased this on its own, to be real honest with you guys. The last tinted one that I have is actually from Origins, and this is like a long time favorite. I actually just repurchased this, and I didn't purchase it. I finally turned in all of my Ulta points and got a whole crap ton of stuff, like a metric crap ton. I had like, I want to say I had like $350 worth of Ulta points, and then they had a 20% off coupon, so I was like, bam, 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 got a bunch of stuff all at once. And so I wanted to re-add this to my collection, because this was like my favorite thing to add to my foundation for like a long time. My skin has never looked better, which I haven't used it, and I need to. I guarantee if I do this with a foundation that's kind of lighter, you guys are going to be like, wow, your skin looks really good. It doesn't, but it really makes it look like it's better than it is. So I do enjoy that as well. And the smell is kind of, it's a little citrusy and a little SPF-y and a little strange. It's not terrible, and it does dissipate, so it, you know, it's fine. Oh, I have another eye primer, and I haven't used this in forever, but I did used to use this like only, and I kind of want to maybe transition back to this. And this is the Urban Decay. This is the eyeshadow primer potion. I literally, it's been that long I couldn't even remember what it was called. But I really liked it. I liked the one that had like the stick on it. This is like the kind that squeezes out and you put it on your eyes, which is fine. At least you're not dipping your fingers into a pot, because that's like my least favorite thing ever. I do not like pots that you put your fingers into. Like, just stop making stuff like that, in my opinion. But I do enjoy it. It worked really well in all reality. So eventually I want to make my way back to that one. So as far as face primers go, I only have a couple, and I've actually not used any of them. I really need to, and I have a bunch of trial size ones. So I've got like a bunch of the Smashbox, a bunch of the Benefit, a bunch of all of those, like in small sizes, but I've never, well, I've used the Smashbox and I've used the Benefit a long time ago, and I did like both of them, but I don't remember, I mean, my skin's changed so much since then, I don't know how it would work for me now. So I do have this is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I've never used it, but I've heard such good things about it. Like, Mel Thompson talked about this on her channel, and I was like, okay, now I want to try it, because anything that she likes, I pretty much immediately want to do, because her skin, her makeup, her everything is like flawless every day, and I want that life. The other thing I have is the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. Again, this is not something I would have purchased because it is so expensive, but it came in like a bundle that I got, so I was like, okay, all right. And actually, I was just going to sell it outright, and then I thought, you know, maybe I do need a primer, because I was having so many problems with my foundation. I just felt like every single one was looking like trash on me for a really long time, and they're still not great, which is why I've kept these, and I'm like, I'm going to give them a shot. I'm going to see what I think. I'm going to at least see if it improves the way my skin looks. So I'm going to use these with some of my tried and true foundations and just see where I sit after doing that. One that I have and I've not tried is, what are you? This is the Good Molecule Silicone-Free Priming Moisturizer. So I like the idea that it's both a primer and a moisturizer. I like things that are dual purpose. A lot of times, especially depending what it is, I will mix it with my foundation anyway. I'm constantly mixing foundations together, sometimes adding oil, sometimes adding lotion, sometimes adding tinted moisturizers, that kind of stuff. So this I kind of thought was nice for that reason. It's a little bit different. And I do think that the ingredients seem pretty legitimate, and I'm pretty sensitive, but I think this will work well. So I definitely want to give this a shot too. And that actually, I think that was actually a gift with purchase, and so were the two that I'm about to show you now that are actually the same one. I have two of it. So Ulta was running like a diamond thing or whatever, and I actually got both of these as a gift with purchase. So this is the Tarte, this is the Timeless Smoothing Primer. Is that what you're called? I think that's what you're called. Yeah. And Tati always talks about this, like she has used it for years, and I was like, if she likes it, it's probably pretty good, because yet again, there's somebody who, I mean, she's not old by any means, but she does have more mature skin, which I can relate to because I'm about to my mid-30s, and she just looks stunning. Her skin always looks fantastic. Like, I want to be about that life. Which means I need to pull this shit out and actually use it, which is terrible because I've totally not done that. But the only qualm I have with this, again, is just that it's in a pot. I don't like that. Like, I don't want to stick my fingers in here. I think it's really strange. Now, I do have some facial brushes I can dip into that, and maybe that's what I'll do. But there again, the issue with that is that you're going to be constantly washing them because they get gunky really quickly. At least in my opinion, you'd be washing them, because it's not like where you're using dry product. When you're using wet product, you want to be washing that stuff a lot more. So in any case, I've not tried any of those. That sounds ridiculous, but I'm also not getting rid of them either, because I definitely want to give them a shot. They deserve their chance. They deserve their moment in the sun. And so I'm sorry that this was not a declutter. I guess if I was going to declutter anything, I'd probably get rid of, like, the Tatcha. But I figured I'd take a few seconds and share with you my random primer slash SPFs, which I didn't plan on, but hey, how you doing? We were both here. You're here. I'm here. It's here. It'd be fun because I saw their videos, and I really enjoy videos that are like this, where you're just kind of talking about what you have going on. Like, I'm nosy. I'm kind of like, what you got? What you got in that box? What you got in that closet? I actually used to do real estate, and one of my favorite things was showing houses, just because, I mean, I never, like, open drawers or anything like that. I would never. That's a huge infringement on somebody's privacy. But I always loved going into people's houses and just seeing what their decor was or what their style was. It was just really interesting. I thought it was really cool. Then there were times that I was like, holy shit, this is horrifying, because I'll never forget, there's this house that's actually right by where we live, and it's gorgeous now because somebody actually went in and totally gutted the thing. But there was like human feces, there was dog feces, there was raccoon feces, there were squatters living there, there was like syringes sitting out. It was crazy. I've never had a hepatitis C shot. I actually have a really hard time getting shots because I generally have reactions to them. When I say reactions, I mean they're pretty substantial and bad and immediately not a good time. So I never got like a hepatitis C shot, which, had I known what I was going into, immediately was like, I wish I could get this shot. And the worst part was I was wearing sandals. Like, I was wearing like these little flimsy, shitty white sandals, walking through this house going, oh my lord, I need a shower. I don't need a shower like in 20 minutes. I need a shower right now. It was disgusting. There were cigarette butts everywhere. There was like drug paraphernalia everywhere, and that's just how it rolls sometimes. It's actually very scary to be a real estate agent. I loved it. It was great, but I loved what I did, and I loved my boss, and I loved all the people that I worked with, and I miss it very much. If I ever get better, I may go back to doing that. It was a lot of fun. except for in cases like that. And that happened a lot more than you'd think, and it was always in houses you would not expect. Does anybody else ever watch the show Hoarders? Because I find it to be like sickly satisfying. Like, I always get super invested in all the stuff that they're saving and why. In fairness, I kind of have the collective personality, so I wonder if that will be my future someday. I hope not. But in any case, this was totally off topic. I am so sorry I went there. If this video was at all interesting to you guys, or if you just left it run on the background so maybe you weren't alone while you're cooking or doing something else, leave a comment down below. If you made it to the end of this video, maybe throw like a house emoji down below because of the real estate thing. And I will know that you made it to the end, and I will be really happy that you did. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell for future updates, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.